And here we are once again. I'm going to be putting up all the old yammers that I did once upon a time. In this particular instance, this is Teej Hepburn, or Teej Hepburn as the name in Facebook was at the time. TJ's an old buddy of mine. We used to announce roller derby together, and just a rad human being. He and I have a lot in common, and we chatted at great length about all kinds of cool stuff. So let's get at her, huh? Hey, we're gonna be yammering in a second. I got some hair. There's no fixing it, so I'm just not gonna bother. But yeah, don't judge me. It was a sweaty day. I was doing some lifting of boxes over at a friend of mine's house, and that's just how shit goes sometimes. So now I'm going to quickly share the thingy. Where's the, how do I, yeah, fuck, I hate technology. Let's see. There's gotta be a way. Abby is watching. Hi, Abby. That's my my eldest daughter, who's rad as fuck. Okay. Copy link. There we go. Go into the thing that I created. Abby hearted my video and said, yo. Aww. She's a good one, that one. How the fuck? I hate the way that it's like the whole stupid process for trying to do stuff with Facebook Live. But that's okay. I'm gonna be, hey Raj, how you doing, buddy? This is, we're gonna yammer. I'm waiting on TJ to join in, and then we're gonna just have us a conversation, just yammering like old pals, because we're old pals. So let me see if I can figure this out while I wait. I'm not very smart when it comes to technology, which is funny because I have a degree. You'd think I'd know things, but I don't. Maybe if I view as a visitor. I don't fucking know what I'm doing here. Hey, Seth is watching from all the way in upstairs. Hola, hermano, ¿dónde está? Or ¿dónde está? Where are you? ¿Cómo está? Dean McCord's watching. Dean and I went to high school together. And junior high, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, so just waiting on TJ. Maybe I'll send him the link like a grown-up would. There, send him the link. Yeah, so this is just conversation. The whole idea of this is just we're all fucking bored, so let's have some interesting convos and chats and good tires. I got some good tires. I got some bad hair, but I got some good tires. I don't know what that means, Roger. But am I writing? Like this second, or am I working on writing stuff? I haven't been writing, honestly. The reality is life in COVID has not made me very prolific at the writing. I've been kind of not feeling all the creativity, so I've been trying to channel what I can into learning guitar and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm tired. I imagine we're all feeling very tired. Oh, you know what? You know why I'm not ready? I need to open one of these. Oh, that's such a good noise. I miss being out in the world with friends, but at least we can have these weird, awkward moments like this. Yes, music. Yeah, well, I'm sort of writing music. I'm in a progressive metal band right now with Reno Johnson and Jeff, whose last name just completely evaporated out of my head. They were in Painted Glass for a long time, so we're in a band called Bodies of Everest, and so we're writing a lot of prog metal. Amigo Phantasma's in a weird spot right now. We just found out that our singer's moving away, so I think Abby's going to take on most of the singing, and I'm going to help out. TJ will join us eventually, I'm sure. And then for Dr. James Reddy, we're on a bit of a hiatus because Fitzy decided to go and have one of them COVID babies. So, having a COVID baby. Still waiting on TJ. This is Kalpna Gill is watching. Kalpna was one of my old students, and her sister Vandna. Both just really rad human beings, which was always a good thing to have around, because God knows I know lots of losers. Just kidding. Just waiting on TJ, that's all we're doing here. I confirmed with him, so he should be here momentarily. And if he's not, well, I'll just talk by myself. Maybe I'll dance. Oh, Uncle Jim is watching. Hi, Uncle Jim, how you doing? I'm actually real happy that the end of the month is here, and that soon we won't have to worry about things like work for a few days. Which is funny, because, like, what am I going to do differently? I'm working from home. Like, I'm not going to sit on my computer and do stuff, but it'll be stuff that doesn't involve VLOOKUPs and spreadsheets. Calvin, hey buddy, good day, Jim. I could listen to you talk for tens of seconds at least. And you have, Calvin. Calvin used to be one of my bosses, actually, and was the one that was awesome. I worked for a fairly large corporation that had a lot of questionably interesting people, but oh, TJ is requesting to be in, and I'm going to add him on camera, so in a second. TJ, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Can you see me?
I mean, I can see the vague outline of you.
Okay, well, I'm outside having a smoke, so...
Oh, by all means. Have your
Oh,
smoke.
yeah, no, now I can see the vague outline of me, too. There we go.
Yeah.
We're good. I'll be going downstairs as soon as I finish my smoke.
No worries, man. It lends an aura of like spooky authenticity. People will be watching.
I'm authentically spooky, so that works.
You and me both, man. You see this hair? Like, what the hell? I was helping my friend Karina today lifting boxes, and it got sweaty, and the curls just like exploded. And I didn't notice until right before this, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. So I have like a chaos mohawk.
Oh yeah, you know, it works. It works.
Absolutely.
I'm considering growing the tuft just right at the front for the winter. Yeah. So it's pretty much all I can grow.
Oh, see, and that's the true irony of my existence. I shaved my head for like 25 years, and the whole time I could grow hair, I just didn't want it.
Yeah, and when you grew it, I cursed you to no end.
A lot of people did, and it was funny because I never like I only started shaving with a razor again like recently with having this particular haircut, but I always used clippers because it was easier and less likely that I would cut the shit out of my head like I did back here.
Oh yeah,
and you can relate, I know. And I would have like stubble all over my head, and people would be like, "Yeah, but you're bald." Like, where? Show me where there's no hair, you dummies. I don't know. So what's been going on, Teej?
Well, where did she say it is? In her purse? Yeah. Okay. Well, her purse will be there somewhere. Anyway, sorry. I was parenting and cleaning my camera lens.
No worries. That's actually a really cool effect.
Well, I've got the LED lights down here in the bedroom. Yep. So
I got a buddy Wes that makes like stand-up video games, like builds the cabinets and everything.
Oh, nice.
And he's been playing around with those programmable LEDs and stuff, and he reached out to me. He wants me to do some cool programmable LED effect stuff for these boxes, and he's going to give me one of them as a reward for doing it. So I'm really enjoying that. It's super fun.
Yeah, these lights, like there are some programs you can do. And you can set it so that they flash on and off to music. course, we can't play music because we'll just get zooked.
Yeah, we don't need the zooking.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with the zooking. So I find if you put on Young MC Bust a Move, you get cut off after about 30 seconds.
Excellent. I'm always blown away, like when I do the live DJ shows as fundraisers where I'm just playing local Calgary music, I'm still getting zooked. The message will come up like, and it's you know, because their algorithm is this is music. It sounds like something that's in a copyright, so you know, it doesn't matter that I could be actually sitting with the people that wrote the damn song, and it ain't gonna make a difference. Yeah. So how's COVID treating you, man?
Up and down. I've been battling the depression, but you know, I'm past couple days. It's been better. I'm taking up baking, which is actually quite apparent by the belly that I'm getting. So
I've taken up more drinking, so I've got the same end result.
Yeah, I quit drinking. I haven't. Well, I've had a couple drinks since then, but near the end of July, beginning of August, I went on a 3-week bender where I was. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I gotta stop. So
That's fair. Yeah, I haven't been like I don't drink to the point of like intoxication or anything, but just like I'm one of those people that, you know, if I'm out and I'm having fun, then great, you know, that's drinking. But I never drank at home, and then with all this craziness going on, I'm just like, hey, it's after work, I should have beer or rum, and I'm drinking way more.
Yeah, I feel you. I gotta find the remote for these lights because this is a little dark for me.
I kind of enjoy the ambiance, but I'm not saying don't change it. I'm saying I just want you to know that you can nail purple.
Yeah, well, I don't know where the remote is, so we're gonna stick with purple because I don't know where the remote is. So
that is life with children, isn't
it? Oh God. Yeah, every morning it's the walk up into the kitchen and well, you've got teens, you understand.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's who the fuck closed last night.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. It's funny because like I've worked in bars. My bars have never looked like my kitchen does when my kids are in it.
Yeah, it's woke up the other morning. The kitchen was an absolute disaster. And then I'm going to make my coffee, and I buy whole bean coffee and I grind it myself.
Yeah.
And so I pulled out the French press, pulled out the coffee beans, and then the coffee grinder wasn't there. And I'm like, where the fuck's the coffee grinder? And I'm like, okay,
I know exactly where this story is going because I have.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll venture into the teens' room because it has ended up there before. I've told them if they grind pot with it, I'll kill them.
Yeah. So they ground pot with it.
No, they didn't. But I kind of walk into the bedroom, and of course, you know, this is 9 o'clock in the morning, so why would the teens be awake?
Naturally.
Right? Kind of looking around, and I'm like, well, I know where all my fucking dishes are. Anyway, couldn't find the coffee grinder. It wasn't up there, but like there's dishes stacked everywhere and fruit flies. And then I come downstairs, and my youngest teen, my 14-year-old, comes in the kitchen. He goes, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "The coffee grinder." He goes, "Oh, I put it up here." And I'm like, "Why would you put it up there?" And he goes, "I don't know." So it was like in a completely different spot. I'm like, all my coffee stuff is together. Why would you put it? Yeah. So I spent a good half hour looking for my coffee grinder without coffee, which just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. I really enjoy going into my kids' rooms from time to time and just the wonders that I find, you know, the amazing, the things that I thought were long since gone, you know, and you just look around and like, oh my God, we did have dishes. I knew we had dishes. How many, like, I seriously, the other day I got my kids to, both my kids clean their rooms, and I have like probably like 2,000 forks now. And, you know, I don't remember buying them, but over the, you know, I must have an addiction because like every couple months I'm buying more forks, man. Hide them in my kids' room or something.
Well, we have the other thing is Tanya's mom. Like she'll come over when all the cutlery is missing up in the teens room, and notice that we don't have any cutlery. So next time she comes over, she brings us cutlery. So
Yes,
yeah, we have like a ton of cutlery, but it's very rarely where it needs to be.
Yeah, yes, the struggles of parenting. I so relate to that. And the funny thing is, like, all of my kids, I've got 4 kids. 3 of them are now legally adults, and all 3 of them are awesome. They're not perfect, but they're awesome. And the 4th one is getting there. He's kind of fucking up right now. I'm not going to go into the details, but he's like close to being a reasonably decent human being that I can like affectionately care about. Hey, Al's watching. Al Pujo. Is it Pujo? I always say Pujo, but I don't know if it's like Puyo or something like that. Hey, Al.
Hey, Al. Oh, yeah.
Maya's watching. Oh, we're hits, man. I'll tell you.
We really are.
We haven't had this kind of crowd reaction since the Derby days.
Right?
Back when you were
I was wondering if we were going to discuss stunt cocks tonight.
I think we should at least relay the story of stunt cocks. And it is Pujo. Right on. Yeah, so I'll set the stage for the stunt cock story. So if you're watching, you may or may not know, but TJ used to be known as Dick Pounder, and he was the co-announcer with me for the Calgary Roller Derby Association for many years. And there was a match that we were calling, and it was like no rules, and so we decided that applied to us as well. Like it wasn't a sanctioned match, so we didn't have to worry about following all the rules that you're supposed to do when you're announcing a roller derby match. And there's a particular move in roller derby which you don't see all that terribly often, called the panty pass. At least that's what they call it in ladies roller derby, and that is where the person who's the jammer, who's the point scorer, can take the thing off of their helmet, which is like the star. It's called the panty, and pass it to a specific player who can then put it on and become the jammer, and it's a thing. But we were calling a co-ed game, and I don't think either of us knew what the word for a panty pass would be in a co-ed game.
So it became stunt cock.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm a bad
way, but that was a good time. That was such a fun game because we were so used to being good about announcing and being like, oh, look, there's blah, 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 and being very, very, civil about it. And they gave us the microphones, and we were like,
Yeah, I remember that because like when I found out, I'm like, oh, we get to throw the rule book out, and I couldn't find you, and I sent someone to find you. I said, go tell Jim to meet me on track 2. We're throwing the rule book out. And then I sit down, I'm getting prepped, I look up, and you're running across the fucking track. Yes!
I had been getting a massage.
Oh, that's right, too.
Somebody comes up and taps me while I'm getting massage, and they're like, Jim, Dick said to meet him on track 2, and something about throwing out the rule book. And I was like, bye. Oh, kitty jerkface is late and sucks. I don't know that I agree with you, Bleed, but
they don't suck, but they're late. But I was late.
It's true. I was technically early. I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but that did happen.
Well, there you go. It's not like you were ever early for the Derby games.
No, not at all. But at least I could make my bladder go all the way through a whole game.
I did. As soon as I said that, I'm like, I know what he's gonna bring up.
There was a
Okay,
match.
so
Okay, you go ahead.
there's another derby story there. So, um, for the most part, when Jim and I called games together, I would do the play-by-play. Jim would do the color. We'd kind of go back and forth, and there'd be banter and stuff. And then there was one time I had drank a lot of water and had to pee really badly right in the middle of a game. So I turned to Jim and I said, Jim, you got to take over. I gotta go pee, right? I'll be right back. And then I believe I said don't tell anyone too, which
I'm pretty
was
sure you
probably
did.
my first mistake.
Yeah.
And so I run off to the bathroom and I come back and everyone cheers me. I looked at him and I'm like, you told someone, didn't you? And yeah, he didn't just tell someone. He waited till in between jams and he let the entire audience and all the teams know that I was peeing. And I had brought my mic with me. I had turned it off, but so I come back. The entire arena is like staring at me and applauding, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Oh, Jim. Oh man, we did have some fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I my first roller derby match calling was with you, and you wouldn't remember because I literally just stood there holding a microphone, going like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, and you're talking, and I'm like, this is me. And yeah, it was no longer the same after you left. That put sort of the ticking clock on my being a part of it, because I just the fun of hanging out with you and being silly on microphones was most of what I enjoyed about it.
Yeah. And Puffy's a great guy, and he's a good announcer and knows the rules. But he's a little stiff.
Yeah, the number of times where I would look at him and be like, and say something like ridiculously like, here's a perfect setup for you to, and he'd just be like, and he's rounding the second turn now, and I'm like,
No, that's not how you do it. But
yeah,
that's Puffy. I love him.
Yeah, love him to pieces, and he's great at what he does. And we did get banter, plenty of times, but it just wasn't the same, you know.
I remember the year. Do you remember the year that what was it? Scion was our sponsor.
Oh yeah. What moves you?
What moves you?
They gave us this like all of our normal ads would be like, you should go check out this place in the merch table. They sell stuff, and then we get this blurb like the size of my head about Scion cars, and it's like, if you're looking for a new vehicle, and I would be like dying inside. And there were times where you're like, dude, just I'll take this one.
Yeah, and there were other times where we would kind of throw it at each other because the first time you read it, and then we got back to the game, you just said, I feel so dirty. I'm like,
yeah. It was awful. It was marketing guy speak, and it ended with the words Scion. What moves
what
you?
moves you? Yeah. And yeah, I remember like that whole season because we got to a point where it was like neither of us wanted to, and so it would be the contest of who's going to say. So tell us about our sponsors, Jim.
Yep. That happened more than a time or two, and that was weird because like there were so many times. I remember when there was a game I was calling, and I don't remember the name, but some company that was doing like passion parties or something like that had sponsored our penalty box, and we're like, oh, the passion party, like I'll just fucking drop that bomb all day.
Oh yeah.
Like, I get that I'm never gonna be Scion's corporate mascot, but I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm just see, we've both got the voices for it. It's just the
not
punk rock
hoarders.
in us, the punk rock in us, just it's dirty to say that, to just be doing that.
Yeah, I can do that, and I'll do that for a band and be like, no more moments. What moves you? And that's fine. But as soon as I go Scion, I'm like, I need to kill myself. God, it sounded like a millennial. Oh, those wacky millennials.
Aren't you? Or are you Gen? No, you're Gen X, right?
I'm Gen X, just barely.
Yeah, we're the latchkey kids that really.
Yep.
I'm used to being alone.
I saw, yeah, totally. Oh, COVID is like, oh, there's a pandemic happening. Didn't realize I hadn't put my book down. No, what I saw a meme the other day that I thought was really, really telling, and it was something about like, it's so weird to see all the people that you went to high school with become baby boomers. And
oh yeah, growing up in Alberta, baby boomers at 30. And I've actually found that with some of the people I went to high school with in Ontario as well. I'm like, what? Like, guys, we were fucking punk rock. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I personally think what happened is, because the baby boomers beat on us hard, constantly telling us we were stupid and unmotivated and had no heroes and all that other shit. And I think that some Gen X people just were like, this is what being an adult is. I can't wait to lay into those next kids. And it's gross.
It really is. It's Faith No More's midlife crisis. The last line, I'll just tell them what my father told me. You'll never amount to anything. And I'm like, yep.
And I hate having to be, because I'm the guy that sometimes will stand up and write a post on Facebook in my incredible power and be like, stop making fun of Gen Z, stop making fun of millennials. They haven't had time to figure out who they are yet. Oh my God, they're eating avocado toast. Grow up.
I fucking was eating avocado toast. This might make me hipster or something, but when I was like 21, I was eating avocado toast. It's fucking good.
And why does that matter?
Right?
Like if they were eating avocado toast to, a stupor or at the expense of housing, okay, fine. But it's just literally like people going, I don't eat avocado toast, and I saw a kid do it, so stupid.
Right?
Fucking idiot.
So, well, yeah, Des is in there. When we did that thing for Pride a couple years back, where we blocked out the street preachers.
Yep.
Right. I was the stand-in Jesus. They had someone else whose anxiety they couldn't get past the anxiety of doing it. And so I got asked, and I was like, yes, Pride is my safe space. So I hate those fucking guys. I have no problem helping block them out.
Fuck yeah.
Now, I had absolutely zero to do with planning it. They lent me the Jesus suit. I showed up. At one point, I had one of the Lime scooters, and I'm booting around dressed as Jesus on a Lime scooter. Right? Show up, go and stand there, and hold the signs and help block out the noise. Now, we had boomers, Gen X, millennial, Gen Z, they all worked together and made that shit happen. And I kind of I remember actually doing a post afterwards, and it's not that boomers go on about millennials' lack of work ethic and Gen Z's lack of work ethic, and it's like, no, they actually do. They have an incredible work ethic. Their work ethic is for things that mean something to them. They don't want to work for these fucking corporations and make them money.
Totally.
Right? So it's where they're putting in all their work is doing things like planning festivals, planning protests, doing art shows, like whatever, things like that. So
and also things like playing video games online. Like, I remember when I first saw that, I was like, what in the fuck? You're watching someone talk about while they're what? But you know what? My kids loved it because it was a relatable thing that they enjoyed, right? And so I quickly got over my bullshit.
Yeah, no, and I've done it too, because all my kids have done that. Like, I sit there and Simon, when he was really into Minecraft, was watching all these Minecraft videos. And then he'd watch them for a week, and then he'd hop on the Xbox and play Minecraft, and the things he would build were fucking incredible. And I'm like, this is okay. It's like, it's art. It's interactive art. So
100%. And I was like really taken when, like, my youngest Jake, when he was a kid, he got right into Minecraft. And my first, was someone explained the game to me, and I was like, so, like, you don't try to, like, free the princess or, like, do stuff. It's literally just you build things. Like, I don't get the appeal. And then he was showing me, like, he was sending me screen captures of things that he was building, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, it's computerized Lego.
Yeah.
With, with interaction and all this other stuff. And it was a cool idea that my generation never would have come up with, Fuck.
No.
I was laughing about this the last time. I was like, what did we have? Fuck off. Oh, look, the yellow fella's eating the pills.
Dragon's Lair was top notch.
Oh yeah, man. I remember like watching in awe and those, and like the gameplay where you stand there for 8 minutes and then go boop.
Yeah.
Boop. Like, what a fucking game. And we were content.
I actually have Dragon's Lair on the Xbox. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yep. Oh yeah, totally. And I wouldn't want to change it because it was that moment in time. And it was a cool, like, as an innovation, it was a video game that was all run off of like a DVD or CD or whatever the fuck it was. And so you're going left at that point or whatever. It basically said jump to track 286 or whatever and play that. So it was literally like a bad interactive TV show with really narrow options. And I completely loved it. It was so cool.
Oh God, I pumped so much money into that game.
Oh yeah. Back when arcades were a thing, man, I loved arcades. Till I worked in one, but yeah, I loved arcades. As a kid, like,
yeah,
they were sketchy, and your parents would be like, "Oh, you don't go near the arcade. The older boys are selling drugs." And
where do you think I'm getting my hash, Ma?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mom.
That's where I pick up my micro dots.
You know which older boys?
Can you point them out to me?
Al just fact checked me. We just got trumped. The inventors of Minecraft were born in 1979. Sorry, boys, but Gen X gets the credit.
Oh. Well, wait a second. Isn't 1979, between 79 and 81, isn't that the kind of like, they're the lost generation? They're not millennials. They're not Gen X
or whatever.
Zennials. No?
I don't know.
You're not going to let us win this, are you, Al?
I guarantee you. He's madly typing like, fuck you guys. I fact checked you, and I'm right. And he is.
Well, he did mention he's stoned, so he might be focusing on that.
That's true.
See, there you go, Zennials. Yep. See?
Zennials. You can do a combined live stream? Yeah, Andy, but only when you've got mad skills like Dickie Pounder and I.
Yeah. Hi, Andy.
Johnson, one of the greatest humans ever.
You know what? The other day, I was actually having a bit of a depressive day. I was feeling really down, and no one ever texts me. Like, it's all interaction on Facebook, but that's probably because I never text anyone else either. But suddenly this pops up. I get this text, and it's from uh, Andy Linquint Johnson, as it is in my phone. And it was this wonderful message where Andy told me that I was a wonderful human being and that she misses me and that she loves me. And it was, the timing on it was beautiful. I just really, really needed to hear it at the right moment. And thank you, Andy. I love you so much.
That woman has a beautiful soul. That's all there is to it.
Yes.
I know I've been trying to do more of that same kind of thing where friends of mine just sort of randomly, you know, when a friend pops into my head, I'll send a note and be like, just, hey, I love you. You're doing great. I know things are weird, but I can't wait to see you again, and we'll, you know, smash the patriarchy or drink beer or something.
Yeah. And I've been doing that, and I did a post the other day. A lot of times what I do is I'll tag people in memes, or I'll share a picture with them because it's made me think of them. And it's really weird because it's like it's Tanya's off at work. Like, I've been off work since March.
Yeah.
And so I've been house husband.
One sec. Lindsay says we're both cute. Okay.
Okay. So I've been house husband. So it's, you know, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm near the beginning of the pandemic, I was the runner. I compared myself to Glenn from Walking Dead because I was the one going out and doing all the running around and stuff. But I've started talking to myself more than usual just because I don't actually get to hear my voice that much. So I just start having conversations, and it's gotten to a point where I'm walking down the street, I'm having a conversation with myself, and so I understand people that walk down the street and talk to themselves now.
You know what did it for me, and this is gonna be a weird thing, but when I was younger, I would regularly think like, well, you know, I tried to be empathic towards people, but if I heard that somebody was hearing voices, for example, and I knew a couple of people that were schizophrenic, I remember just thinking like, why wouldn't that be a sign that, oh wow, clearly I'm insane, I need to get help. Why would this even be a thing? And then I took mushrooms and I realized how tenuous my grasp on reality could be, and how my legitimate experience could seem totally true despite not being. And I was like, I get it. This makes more sense now that I'm not thinking about it strictly from the way my brain works. Because I can guarantee you, if I was walking down the street and I heard a voice in my head, I'd be like, and I'm crazy. But that's, you know, one person's one experience kind of thing, right? So wandering around muttering to yourself, a lot of people do that for more than just the hearing their own voices, and but it helps sort of, you know, humanize people and make us remember that, you know, there but for the grace of if there was a God go I, and therefore we should all do mushrooms.
I agree. So that's
long story.
What I've been trying to do, and like with the new restrictions, honestly, they haven't affected me much because I've been following them anyway. But the only thing that I have been doing now is if I go to the store, between my house and the store, I'll wear a mask. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I do. Right?
I do the same. As a smoker, it's like I'll leave the house with a cigarette going, and as soon as it's out, I, you know, throw a mask on, and it's just like, I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do, but I'm just like, you know what? If I'm already scary enough, I don't need people freaking out seeing me coming without a mask on.
Well, yeah. I put the mask on, and I just look like a '70s panties commercial.
And God bless you, sir. God bless you.
But yeah, so the nice thing about the masks is if someone from a distance, they can't tell that I'm talking to myself if because they won't see my mouth move. So,
Hmm.
but I've always got headphones on anyway. So for as far as they're concerned, I could be singing,
Just rocking
which
out.
I have done a few times.
Yeah.
So I was back in April. Um, I I went out for a walk at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was pretty drunk, and I danced in the middle of the street all around my neighborhood. I was just dancing
Right
as
on.
I was going. I Yeah, I don't know if anyone videotaped it, but if it ever pops up on social media, I'll be like, "Hey, that's me."
That's totally like I wouldn't want to get busted, dancing, but at the same time, like if I'm dancing, yeah, all right. You know, I don't have skill or talent, but I have rhythm and charm, and those
Well,
go a long way.
there you go. See, it's when I've been drinking, I'm not sure how much rhythm I
That's,
have,
that's fair.
but I was having a good time, and that's all I cared about.
I went to a wedding once. A buddy of mine was getting married, and a friend of mine who was the bass player of a fairly successful band in Calgary at the time was sitting at the table with me, and he was like, "That's that stupid kind of drunk where you're like, now I have to dance with a girl because then she'll love me, and then my life will finally matter." Like that kind of drunk.
Oh yeah.
And so he starts like asking everyone to dance, and eventually someone dances with him. And I was like, wow, like you play a rhythm instrument. How? It was amazing to behold. And then I realized I play a rhythm instrument.
Well, those bass players,
Bunch of jerks.
they really are.
Though trumpet players, they're the good stuff. Right, Al?
That's it. And that dig was towards Al too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Al,
the
sorry, go
looking
ahead.
like a ninja with a mask on. The other thing actually I love because occasionally I'll wear bandanas
Hmm.
um, for a mask if I'm going to be out for a while, because the other ones just they put a dent in my beard.
Yep.
What I found when I was down at one of the Black Lives Matter rallies is I wore a bandana, and so I was there for a couple hours and wore the bandana. And when I took the bandana off, it was like it groomed my beard, and it was perfect. So I'll wear a bandana every once in a while. And what I love is I can walk up to a store like after this pandemic's over. I think I'm still gonna wear the bandanas because I'm walking up to a store tying the bandana around my face.
Hmm.
Right? This would have gotten me arrested last year.
Totally. I have a investigatory journalist question for you here. I know you're a fan of the beard creams and stuff.
Yeah, I make
And the
my own.
cool stuff. Yep. And those are available for sale. Uh,
Yes, low
plug,
price
plug,
at
plug.
$50 for a 2-ounce thing.
Nice,
Anyway,
nice.
yeah, have a
The,
little bit of plug.
the question, and that's not even why I did this. I was like, I legitimately have a question. Because
No,
when I put a
okay.
mask on, I'm like, oh, that's what my mouth smells like. Um, do you like get the beard fumes, and is it like too much or
No,
not
no,
enough?
it's not too much because everything I wear is actually it's quite subtle. Like it's just a little bit of a scent. And yeah, but Al, I am a vain motherfucker. You know that. That's because I'm
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
beautiful. You're almost as beautiful as I am, Al, so don't worry about it.
He's
Almost.
a fancy lad,
I love Al's sailor look that I keep seeing pop up.
but there was a picture I saw of Al recently that, and I think it was an older photo, but I saw the picture and I just wanted to be like, I'm gonna fight Pluto now. Like I can't do the fucking voice or whatever, but whatever. hell. Shameless plugs, but PM me. I love beard oil and beard balm. Ah, see, making connections.
Fantastic, Al. I'm making a new batch tomorrow because I got another friend who needs some, and I'm almost out of my own personal stash. So yeah, I'll let you know.
I only got this little cheesy halfway thing, which I regularly rip chunks out of, but just by being bored.
Yeah, well, I kind of do that with my beard too, constantly combing my beard.
Yeah, I think that's like when you've got it, you know.
Yep, yep. When I used to do it, where I would grow my beard, I would start first day of fall, I'd stop shaving, and then first day of spring, I'd shave, which was always fucking stupid in Calgary because it's still fucking cold.
It ain't warm yet, that's for sure.
Yeah, but so I'd spend the whole winter with the beard, and you got this, and then for about 2 weeks after shaving, it was like this phantom beard that I'd constantly do this to.
I totally know that. I've had some variation of this for like 25 years. For the longest time, it was the full Dick Van Dyke, and then I shaved this off and just had the handlebars. But I've always had something. And then there was a day when I was living at the beer core house still, and I was like, you know what? I want to change. No, that change. It was like and I posted on Facebook, and everyone's like, show a picture. And I was like, eat dicks. I am not showing you a picture. It was terrible. And I literally had to spend like 2 weeks in hiding, just walking around. Now, masks. I should have fucking thought of that.
Right?
Another mask argument. My other one, the reason I love masks is when you're singing along to a song and you don't know the words, who knows?
No one can tell.
Right?
No one can tell.
Yeah. You can cry about free speech all you want, but if I can't, I'll take that happily. Take away my freedom. Yeah. I just don't want people to know I don't know the lyrics to Toto.
What is it? Oh, I see, and I always get it wrong. I question myself.
What's that?
And I always get it wrong because I always question myself. Well, what is it? Is it God bless the rains? Or oh no. So
there's nothing that 100 men or more.
How we have to go for Africa, right?
Oh, because it's the song, right? I mean, my buddy went on a huge Toto craze when we were like 12 or 13. So I've heard it all, but Africa is always the song that first, that one and Eye of the Tiger.
Oh yes, yes.
Toto,
that was Survivor.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that time we were naked in public?
Yeah, I remember that actually.
That was a good time. You had one up on me in that night, and actually about 3 or 4 up on me.
You read a friend of yours.
Yeah, right? Utah of Faith. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did PJ Harvey.
Yep.
I did Feeling the Gig, and what was the other one I did? Both from the same album. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the song now, but
I don't recall either. That was a fun experience.
It really was. Right.
Yeah, for those that are watching, we did naked guys reading. Normally it's naked girls reading, and that sounds skeevy and gross, but it's actually anything but. It's a really cool, very, very like pro-feminist experience. And once a year they do naked guys reading. And you had done it before, I believe.
No, I hadn't. That was my first time as well. I had. I was supposed to be
better at it.
Maybe.
You were. I let's just say I had some turtle power. And it's funny because I know it's not about that. It's not at all about that, but that's in my brain. That's still like, remember that time when you were naked in front of people and your penis didn't come?
Well, what was really funny is because everyone told me that once you get into it and you start reading, you forget you're naked. And I'm like,
yeah.
Not a single second during that entire thing did I forget I was naked.
Oh yeah, I was dead sure that I was naked the whole time. I could have drawn you a picture of just how naked I was at any moment of that. Lee says apparently one of us, or possibly both of us, need to level up our public speaking. Well, maybe naked public speaking.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't come up much. Like, work is really weird about that, you know? One time.
Yeah. Well, I did end up doing it again. It was for their anniversary show. So basically what they do with the anniversary show is, you know, how they have different themes for the Naked Girls reading, or I guess it's called Bear Book Club now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they'd changed.
Yeah. I think that was the last one I went to. They changed their name, and then the fucking pandemic. But so they did different themes all the time. So for their anniversary show, they would have someone do a reading from each of their themes. So Keely asked me to do the Naked Guys reading feminist literature. And so again, of course, with how much I listen to music, I read 2 Luscious Jackson songs.
Right on.
And then I was really, I was really hoping that I would be able to do it again this year. Again, fucking pandemic. Because I had my 2 pieces picked out. Well, you heard me read one, because it was the one that I wrote myself.
Yes.
Yeah. And then also I was going to do 10 responses to the phrase "man up" by Guante.
Yeah.
So
cool.
So I was really excited to kind of do those, and maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year if the Christian God doesn't eradicate all life on Earth, or Trump doesn't put us all in jail as pedophiles.
Well, yeah, right.
Because that could happen any day now.
I keep waiting for them to show up, you know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I couldn't tell you the number of times that I've actually been accused of being a pedophile. Okay. In comments, just out of the fucking blue, suddenly I'm a pedophile.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, I disagree with your flavor of ice cream preference. Oh, you fucking pedophile. Me.
Right?
Like, where did that fucking come from? And it like the insanity around that, like the rise of Q, just like I was watching it happen, being like, no, really? Like, we're doing the satanic panic again?
And that's it, because we lived through that whole satanic panic too, as generation in the 80s. I remember.
Go ahead.
I used to play D&D too, so of course, you know, a lot of my friends had to hide the fact that I was playing D&D. My dad didn't give a shit, so I was fine.
Yeah,
but
a lot of parents were really fucking freaked out about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So my best friend Ian gave me a copy of not D&D, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game, which was fucking awesome. And I had this, and I was super excited. It was my 13th birthday, and he gave it to me, and I was like, yes! And I'm bringing it everywhere so I can get through it and read it and understand it. And I had a dentist appointment. Not that that's obvious now, but back then I used to have teeth, and my super zealous uncle was my teacher, or my dentist, sorry. And he's one of those dentists that waits till he's got his hands in your mouth and he's like, so tell me about your life.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So he starts telling me all about Satan and how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was going to, make me into a child molesting monster, and I had to, make better choices in my life. And I'm like, fuck you. it was a weird fucking time because people
Oh,
were
it
getting
really was.
arrested. Yeah,
Yeah.
unlike with the Q thing, like there was actually problems people had. The Q thing is there's like nothing. I just don't get it.
I don't know. It's the whole Q thing, and then they're going down this whole road, and they're talking about save the children, save. And I'm like, you guys are focusing it on the wrong place. Yes, there is sex trafficking going on. It's not in the basement of a fucking pizza parlor.
Right?
They're not selling cabinets on Wish or what the other one was with preteen girls in them. That's not how it's happening.
Yeah. The fucking UPS guy would be like, "Hey, why is this package knocking?"
Right?
Like, he's not dumb. I've met my UPS guy.
But then it's they're carrying it on to a point that it's like they never cared about sex trafficking before.
Oh God, no.
So now the new thing is they're caring a lot about the homeless,
And
and drug addicts,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
You know, like they just recently released the thing where this year I think it was 950 something people have died from accidental opiate overdoses, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that's a crisis, and it's been a crisis,
Mhm.
and they're pointing to it being because of the pandemic, and I'm like, has anyone considered the fact that all of their fucking resources were stripped of funding?
Yeah.
Right? And like I asked one person today and I said, so before these numbers released and before the pandemic, did you care about the crisis?
Yeah.
And they all just shut up after that. And I'm like, it's fantastic that you care about it. Keep caring about it, even once we get past the pandemic. And then
Fuck
maybe
yeah.
we can, as a society, do something about it.
That's absolutely true. Like, before this whole quarantine time happened, fentanyl deaths were rising, and we were
Mhm.
like guys like you and me who knew people or knew people who knew people that were losing friends. We were like, what the fuck is going on? Someone's got to do something, and like nothing. And then all of a sudden, the fucking Q-tards. Sorry, that was a horrible thing to say, but just popped out of my mouth.
It happens. You
Yeah.
caught it. Yeah. You backed on it.
Okay, I did that. I'm sorry. I'll do better. The Q people,
The tinfoil hat
suddenly,
brigade.
what's that?
I've been calling them the tinfoil hat brigade.
Tinfoil. That's a great term for them. The tinfoil hat brigade suddenly go, oh my gosh, every single person that is getting quarantined is going to wind up committing suicide with opium because that's what's happening right now. And you're like, dude, you don't give a shit about this. It's like when white supremacists are like, I don't want refugees until we can feed all the veterans. Really feed a fucking veteran? No.
Right? Yeah, that's it. It's like, oh, why aren't we taking care of our veterans? Did you care about that before? No.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
not.
Have you done anything but share a meme to support veterans? Because if you have, I'd love to hear about it. No. Fucking lazy bastards, get a job. It's the whole you can't win for losing argument, right? Like, it drives me nuts.
Is Taylor still with us?
Taylor McNally, I'm not sure. I can't actually see who's. I can see that people like kind of come and go. If Taylor's
Oh,
on, she's a superhero.
I love Taylor to death. I've never met her, but I love her to death and just love what she does. But it the reason is it's just because just thinking about all these people is I had a guy today say, yeah, that woman that threw the phone probably sent you in the comments, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where the fuck did that come from?
And if you watch that clip without the amazing soundtrack behind it, it's clearly, even if you just like take that as a one moment in time, an annoying human being sticking a phone in someone's face and they went, fuck off. Like, that happens. That's not assault. It happens. And add all the reality of the situation and like that guy has been like, you know, months of harassing her. Like, yeah, he's lucky he's got testicles. Fuck yeah.
I kind of love his dive afterwards. Right? It's like the phone hits him, he pauses for a second, and then throws himself on the ground.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it was clearly one of those. His body was in such systemic shock that he didn't even know he was in pain.
Oh my! I actually had him. There's a 4-way stop just up from my house, and I was out. I got to that 4-way stop, and so his name's Chris or something. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, he pulled up in his van, and I gave him the finger, and I said, "Get the fuck out of my neighborhood."
Yep.
Right. And he ends up pulling into the intersection and stops and starts talking to me. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my neighborhood. And his gums are flapping. I got my headphones on. I'm listening to Caius at full volume. I have no idea what he's fucking saying. So I just keep repeating. And then, of course, he's blocking this 4-way intersection that's actually quite busy.
Yep.
Right? And so people are fucking honking at him.
That's his free speech.
That's his free speech. It's like, yeah, take your free speech and get the fuck out of my fucking neighborhood, man.
Yeah. Free speak over there, motherfucker. Yeah, those guys, man, they're so fucking toxic. And like I believe in free speech. Absolutely. I believe that people shouldn't be deplatformed for stupid reasons. I believe that assholes like him don't deserve a platform because they're assholes who have nothing to fucking offer the world. You know, if idiots want to hear him talk, great. Go to Idiot Town. You guys can have all the conversations. I don't need to be dealing with that shit.
No. And it's of course then, you know, they'll crash Black Lives Matter. It wasn't even a protest.
Yep.
Right. It was just a learning session. But if anyone dares show up at one of their rallies,
yep, we'll get our Proud Boy friends to kill you. So fucking completely just the one-sided idiocy. Not that there's not dummies on all sides. Like, you know, the world is full of smart, stupid, everybody in between. You know, fine. But just that mentality of, I absolutely have the right to like protest and maybe drive through people that are you know doing something that I don't want them to do. Like that's legit. But also, if I'm saying something, you better listen.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need a bigger bat.
Yeah, just some barbed wire.
Yes.
The old mankind bat.
Yeah. Well, there were those guys that went down to the anti-mask protests in like the full hazmat suits. Yeah. I want to meet those guys. When they go down with their hazmat suits, I want to go down in like a full plague doctor mask, mask, and a cloak and a scythe. And just, if anyone tries to come within 6 feet of me, I'm just gonna take the scythe and like hold it out. No, 6 feet.
Yep.
And get back.
You know, the funny thing is, I have a feeling like they would be fine with charging somebody with a giant scythe and try and argue that, like, well, I was defending myself because he wanted 6 feet distance and that was an impact on my freedom. It's just fucking wrong.
when I've been out and I've been particularly anxious, I have yelled at people, 6 feet, motherfucker, when they've come too close to me. And I'm like, yeah, no, just get the fuck away from me. It's like, I know you coming 6 feet towards me for a few seconds is not going to, but when my anxiety is acting up, no, I don't want you anywhere near me. Actually, Tanya actually nailed it the other day. She said, yeah, she was talking to Sky. She's like, yeah, you thought Daddy didn't like people before the pandemic. It's just gotten worse.
Level up. Yeah, man. And I'm like super Canadian. I go to the convenience store by my house. And I'm buying smokes, and there's some guy who comes like right up behind me. And the Canadian in me is like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And like, I don't know why, because I'm an asshole. And I will gladly fight that guy. But I will just sit there stewing in my own juices like, oh my God, that guy's near me. I should probably just like sit here and do nothing about it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So annoying. I don't know, like I'm living the bystander effect, which is not me at all.
Yeah, I've gotten a little more aggressive about it. So
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go back out into the dark because I need another smoke.
You know what? I'm gonna say, why don't we call it here? And
right.
I've had a great chat with you. I love you, but I don't want to eat up too much of your night. And
Dude, it's so good to hear your voice.
Oh, you too, man. You too. That was one of the big things and why I wanted to do this, was just to like reconnect with the people I love and have these moments and just chat and laugh.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been great. So
yeah, man.
And after the pandemic, we're gonna do it in person. Yeah, we're gonna do it in person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't wait, my friend.
I think I'm still feeling some effects from my concussion, like when I got hit by a car in the summer, because I forget words.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
It's okay. I knew the words you were looking for, and absolutely.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, brother.
All right. Have a good night, man.
You too. Take care. Love you too.
Bye.